Hello, it's December 2024, and the holiday season has begun. For some, it has already begun. So I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. Now, this video is inspired by a conversation that I had with someone not long ago. And it was partly inspired by my just looking at some older videos. Now, I probably have as many videos that are not public as I do public at this point. And as I was going through some of these older videos, I was reminded of a few things that took place around, well, December of 2012 and carried on through to June of 2013. That's going to be very quick, but it does tie into, I want to say, the conspiracies against me at that time. Now, the new executive director who took over after the other one just left on a dime, after Alberta Health Services interviewed everyone, just leave it at that. I stated in other videos and shown, for example, even my resignation letters, there was 3 of them, how he and I didn't get along. I also highlighted how he does have ties with the people involved with the abuse, trafficking of these vulnerable women at this nonprofit organization. Now, I just want to be very clear, that's all I'm stating at this time. I'm not stating and implying anything more other than that. But I just want to highlight some of the issues I did have with him, I guess you can say more personal. And I've mentioned this again in these older videos. Now, one of the things that really rubbed him with me, for example, was how we would go to meetings together, meeting with, say, for example, government agencies and so forth. And he would just talk about himself, how much wealth he accumulated when he wasn't doing sales. He was a salesman. And I remember one time he was saying, you know, to these ladies, he's kind of flirting with them all, you know, saying, guess you're wondering why I would leave all that to come and work in the mental health industry. And they were all trying to avoid talking to him. And anyway, as we were leaving, he was all pumped up about himself. And I just highlighted to them that, in a nutshell, they didn't like him. And he literally started crying. Now, he was driving, so I had to sit in the car and deal with that, as I just kind of burst his imaginary bubble. But those are examples of stuff that him and I would have personal issues with. Now, after I resigned, he refused to pay me money that was owed to me. And even the accountant at the time had given me the paperwork saying, yeah, this money's owed to you, but he refused to pay for it. And he was adamant about it. I never got paid for it. And I ended up filing a claim against him, but because of everything, it takes months and months for these things to get heard. By the time everything that started to move forward, the May 4th, 2013 event happened, and I totally got distracted with all that. So I never got paid what was owed to me at that time. Now, he was involved with, how should I say, mildly pressuring, influencing the female central to my story to not help me, not to assist me. And he was feeding a false narrative to the Calgary police, and even was behind the June 2013 restraining order that the female initiated against me, because he was there with her when I challenged it. So he was central to a lot of what was happening to me at the time, and I don't even know to what extent, but I do have audio recordings which I've shared of her saying that he was threatening her and everything else, and so forth. So I do have that evidence, for example, that he never paid me, and there was conflict between him and I, and that's why I resigned. Plus I show, for example, screenshots of text messages between myself and former colleagues that remain there after he took over. And even show, for example, in December, the day that the female on her own told me that I was and a male co-worker were being investigated for, and her words at that time was, I don't want to say it, R-A-P-I-N-G, her. That's what she had told me. And the police had never spoke to me that day at all. And you can see in the text message that I share in older videos how he was told to sit on it till the following day, and that he was going to talk to the both of us about it. Now by this time I already had told this other male co-worker what happened, and you know, that was that. But I just really wanted to highlight the significance of this individual that contributed to my demise. And these are the things that I know of. I can't imagine, again, what I don't know of, what he could have said or did say or anything else. I mean, I can speculate, and how his connection is, for example, with these individuals who partake with the abuse, trafficking of these women. And also going to highlight how that anonymous tip in December, through some alleged untraceable email, which I talk about even in recent videos, that individual was from a university, and he had connections to that university and individual. So I was just kind of reminded by this when I was looking at these older videos. There's so many details, and it's so complex and everything else. It's hard to remember everything, especially over time, but everything is documented. And then having this conversation just kind of refreshed everything with regards to that. So this individual had extreme motive personally to exact some revenge against me, as well as whatever's going on there, or was going on there at the time with these women. So I thought I'd just highlight that real quick. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people say to me, when is it going to get easier? When you die.